What I wanted to go over today with you guys is how to leverage YouTube, man, for you to actually try to attract the best high quality offers as a high ticket closer, okay? The thing is, what I noticed is that there are way more people on Instagram and TikTok showing up like little clips, explaining little things, little tips, the things like that, where they think that that's good enough, which if you get really big, it could be good enough because you could show sort of your expertise. But the good thing about YouTube is that you can build the trust really, really fast. This rule about the 7 hours, right? This comes from like a Google article back in like 2009 or something, where they actually explain how it takes about 7 hours for someone like a completely unknown person to actually buy a high ticket product, so that you build the trust for them to actually buy. So it takes about 7 hours on average, So this also happens when companies want to hire high ticket closers, because the more they see from you, like talking and rambling and explaining things over, the easier it's going to be for them at least to get you on an interview, because they can already see how you manage yourself, how you can speak, how you can express yourself, so they can get a very good idea of how you are. Because the more time they spend watching you, they might even reach out to you. There are some companies that you will not even have to reach out to them, but this actually makes it even easier. Because when you do the outreach, like for example, let's say you find an offer that you want to apply for, and then this offer gets like 100 applicants, right, for this offer. Now, the difference is that when you also say, hey, by the way, I have a YouTube channel with dozens of videos explaining my different methods and my different mindset strategies about sales and high tickets and all that stuff. Take a look at it, because you will get to know me way more before we get into the interview. So when you do this, you will instantly go to the top, because basically you're giving them like access to your mind, the way that you express yourself. They will not need to like guess with you, because they'll say, oh, look at this kid. He really knows how to express himself. He knows how to handle it. I mean, I can tell that he really understands how the game works. Let's just give it a shot. So it's going to be way easier. You can also leverage what other people and other closers are using on their channels, because you can get a whole lot of ideas from what they talk about, and you can use it on your own videos, you can give it your little spin on it, and then you can make it yours. There's a few things that you can cover on this kind of channels. Sales process optimization, like things about how to improve conversion rates, like different tips and tricks that you found on your current offer or your past offers. Also, you can talk about like the performance, things about how you pump yourself up when you get demotivated. How to actually predict more or less the results that you're gonna get every month, depending on how you act on your sales goals, or different, objection handling techniques that you found that work really well for your offers, or different like ways to approach the proposal and the pricing strategies and the pricing structure on the sales goals. Also, you want to like record a video, like your own story. You want to introduce yourself, explaining where you come from, how you ended up on sales, what your goals are for the future. It's basically the kinds of things that they would be asking you on interviews, but in this case, you already have it. Imagine that someone is looking for you, is looking to hire a closer, and they get on your YouTube channel, and you already have like 20, 30, 40, 50 videos with a whole bunch of different things that they basically is like the perfect information that they are looking for from you, because you already did the work. So basically, you can actually send them the videos like even before you get onto an interview, because you can use this will be like your own sales assets. You know what I'm saying? So you can use this to sell yourself. Content buckets. When you make a YouTube channel, you want to pursue different goals. This shouldn't change regardless of the niche, right? Regardless of what you sell, or regardless of what you're trying to achieve. So what I mean, I'm talking about education channels, and I'm talking about sales channels, like what you would want to do. Usually, what I have seen so far on what everybody recommends is to have around 3 to 5 content buckets. Now, what I mean is you want to have different like groups of videos that are basically meant to achieve a specific goal. So what I mean is, for example, for international closers, what I recommend is educational and training videos, like as if you were trying to explain how to, for other closers, how to actually achieve what you have achieved so far and how to get better. Basically the most common videos that you will find online, right? Like tutorials and step-by-step guides, deep dives, this kind of things, right? Explaining concepts and demonstrations, so these kinds of things. Then this one, if you can, if you could get this, it's just social proof or case studies. So basically other people that you have worked for, like other companies, if you get along with them, if you have a good relationship with them, you can even hop on a call with them, like having like a Zoom call with them and say, hey, listen, do you mind if we go over like a quick interview, like between you and me? You share about my experience with you because I just want to get better offers. So I'm just trying to collect testimonials and case studies from the companies that I have worked for. So if you end up on a good note, if you get a good relationship with your previous companies, then you can do this. Then you have the behind the scenes, the story content. So this is like the typical videos where you find, this is more like a blog. So like where you explain about your lifestyle, how you live and all that stuff, right? So this is the kind of videos that you would want to do basically to show the kind of life that you have, because that's going to make them relate to you way more when you go and reach out to them or when you want to send them your videos, for example. And then you have the interviews and the collaboration. So basically for these ones, what I recommend is just going into like one of your friends, like other closers that you might know, and just tell them, hey, listen, I'm building my YouTube channel, so why don't we just hop on a call and have like a little conversation about sales, talking about different topics, so someone that you get along with, some of your friends or whatever, and just record a few videos like this in English so that they can see the way that you manage yourself. Because basically that's what you're going to be doing on sales calls. You're just going to be handling a conversation. And then also you want to do like maybe analysis or industry insights about other maybe coaches, info product entrepreneurs, any kind of other YouTubers or companies that are selling high tickets. This kid, what he does is he basically does, these are called funnel breakdowns. So he does breakdowns from high ticket companies and high ticket influencers. This is a breakdown from Jeremy Miner's funnel, right? So basically he does like a little rundown of how Jeremy Miner handles his funnel to get students on his coaching program. He just shows up with a little Miro board and he explains things over like this. You could maybe do something like that, analyzing maybe the funnel from different, the big entrepreneurs and the big influencers from the industry that you want to like target, for example. When you reach out to them, they will see that you actually took the time to understand how everything works from top to bottom. So you want to make them understand that you know how it works. Finally, another type of video is Q&A, like questions and answers, where maybe you come up with the most common questions that people get about how to, in high ticket sales, or maybe how to scale, how to become better, how to stick to it, how to never give up, these kinds of things. So there's always many different angles and approaches that you can do to do this in English. You could do this once a day, like make one of these boards every day when you want to apply, and you apply for like 5 of these companies every week like this. And I'm telling you, nobody's going to do that. This is called the Trojan Horse, where you send like the video, introducing yourself and with a little presentation about, in this case, you will be breaking down their sales funnel so that they know that you actually took the time to look at how they operate and everything. So that works fantastic. Now, but that would be just for the actual like offer, like if you send them like when you want to apply for the offer. But what I'm telling you is different. What I'm telling you is to build your own personal brand as a closer. It's gonna be as hard to do this in English and Spanish. It's gonna take you about the same time to do this. If you do this in Spanish, you're trapping yourself up. I mean, in the US, there are like 100 times more people doing this than in Spain. In France, in Italy, in Spain, in Germany, in the Netherlands. All of these countries, they have like a very small percentage of people that have like this kind of personal brands for these niches, right? They are like the top because there are so few of them that it's very hard to like get on top. If you do this in English, first of all, you're going to attract not only Americans, but you're going to attract anybody who's looking for closers in English. So it could be from any country. Nobody gives a shit about the number of subscribers or anything. That's another thing that you need to bear in mind. Subscribers and views don't matter on YouTube, because I know that a lot of people are really obsessed with views on Instagram and likes and all that shit. That doesn't matter anymore, okay? I know people that have like, I'm telling you, 100 subscribers. Shit, 50 subscribers. I've seen 50, 100, 200 subscribers. They're making 50K a month. A huge trend now, AI operator. I don't know if you heard of this, where you work basically as a middleman between companies that need AI automations, and basically you look for technical people, engineers, software AI experts who can do certain things, certain tasks. So what you do is you reach out to companies that need these kinds of things, and you get the money because you found the clients, right? So basically you pay the guy, you pay the expert, the AI expert, but you get a huge chunk of the money. And there's a whole lot of people that are doing that now, and I'm telling you, they got like 100 subscribers.
Yo, what's good?
Look at this kid, man.
I wanted to actually make this video for a while now.
This kid, I think he's...
Hope it's not too noisy.
I think he's Scottish, this kid.
Before I get into the video, I just want to say thanks for...
That's what I'm telling you. Guys, don't overthink it when you film yourself recording videos, because look at this kid. He looks like shit on this video, but he doesn't care. That's the thing. He doesn't care.
The support from everyone, like, it makes me really happy to see that people are enjoying my content, especially my YouTube content, because that's literally doing the best at the moment. Like,
and then basically he just rambles. He has like bullet points. Like, it's what I'm telling you to do. He has like maybe 10 bullet points that he wants to talk about, probably, and then he just goes over them and just rambles for like 15 minutes, right? And like this kid, what he does, it's like McDonald. These kids are making money, man. These kids are like, how old is this kid, Ross? Do you think?
In business, what's dangerous is not solvable.
I think he's 17,
Today I'm gonna go over
17.
Tops, like the very top, right?
review, identifying bottlenecks and scaling.
I mean, this could be your son. How old is your son?
Absolutely. My son is 15 years old.
He's 15, right?
Importance of data, the profit lie, review, and some action steps that you're gonna have over the next few weeks, months.
So these kinds of videos, Rocio, is the kinds of videos that you guys could do to explain things about sales, about becoming a better salesperson, about mindset issues, about handling objections, about handling the discovery phase. All of these things, if you make like little maybe PowerPoints or Word docs or whatever, just a Miro board or whatever, you put it on the side, or you just show it big, and then you just place your head in the middle in a little bubble, or just put it on the side and just edit it a little bit, like with some free software. And you can get really good videos like this. This helps a whole lot if you want to like build a personal brand as a closer.